Oh. Let's see here. I am so excited. I am rather stoked right now. All right, we're ready to get started here. We're gonna quick start. Hit that play button. So yeah, Game Awards are going on right now. And I just got some very fantastical news. Yay! I knew it. I knew they were going to make a Bravely Default 2. Well, technically, it's the third game in the series, but the second game was called Bravely Default the Second. So I don't necessarily understand the numbering nomenclature on this game. So, on that game. This game's Final Fantasy 14. It's pretty easy to understand. It's the 14th one in the series. Excuse me. All right. Let's see here. Potency 700. Okay, that's Benediction. 4, 5, and 6, and my mouse is not set up again. Why is my mouse not set up again? Why is my mouse not set up again? Yeah, because now that's not... Yeah. It's like I don't understand. Now that does look shinier. Set as default, set as persistent. Now save it, you dumb program. Just freaking save it. That's all I ask. I want to look at something real quick since I have a minute. What surface effects? So graphics setting on maximum. Let's see here. So full. Yeah, we're good. Cursor. Interesting.
Hello.
Hi.
Um, you're aware Bravely Default 2 came out like ages ago, right?
Well, that's what they're calling the brand new one for the Switch.
Uh-huh.
I think it's actually called Bravely Default the Second. Let's look this
I
up.
see. Because they released Bravely Second like ages ago.
Yeah, Bravely Default 2. That's the official name of it. So I think it's called Bravely Default the Second. Let's see here. Yeah, it was down here. Bravely Second End Layer.
Mm-hmm.
So
That was the original sequel.
yes.
So are they doing like a Bravely Default 2 where it's like a different cast and a different story?
I
Like
think
they do with the Final Fantasy games?
I think so, because I looked at the trailer and I've played both Bravely Default and Bravely Second. I actually brought Bravely Second the day after my second daughter was born because I knew I needed something to play. So, all right, hold up. I got a text that I need to check out. Nope. Wait, who? Oh, okay. Yeah, Switch is Bravely Default, not to be confused with Bravely Second. Yeah. So
So I guess what they're doing is they'll have Bravely Default 2, and then they have that just different from Bravely Second.
yeah, because honestly, I absolutely adored both of the Bravely Default games.
I liked the first one. The cast of the second one drove me nuts, and I didn't get past the halfway point because you had to go fight that boss. It was an optional boss in the first game for a reason. Come on. Also, feel free to invite me if you're about to go into the vault.
Yeah, I was about to go in. Let's see here.
Oh, I just got into a cutscene, so it'll be just a second.
But yeah, and I know that there was a lot of people that really hated on the first one with the whole Groundhog Day aspect of it.
I didn't mind that because once you got your team built up, it was like boom, 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 done. Boom, 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 done. Boom,
Right.
boom, boom, done. And then you started after like during like the third iteration, they started to implement new plot points.
Right. And I thought they actually made it work. I mean, I understand it's kind of a rather
It's
lazy.
repetitive.
It's very repetitive and kind of a lazy battle mechanic or a story mechanic, but they made it work. Yeah. It totally worked into the storyline and the lore and everything.
And you could end it at any time.
Yes, you could.
If you so desired, and just end the game there if you'd like. It wasn't the true ending, of course.
Oh, I loved the true ending. The true ending was such an awesome plot twist, and oh, I loved it. I loved it so much.
I felt it was a little bittersweet because of the sacrifice that was made, but
yeah, it was definitely bittersweet, but I loved the twist with the fairy. I loved that. And I'm just like, that is so cool how it was literally hiding in plain sight the entire time. Loved it. But yeah, I found the ultimate way personally to cheese that game was to have everyone as Valkyries, everyone with spears, and dual-handed. Like the dual-handed where you make a two-armed, the single arm or a single-handed weapon in two hands, and it just redonkulously raises the attack value. And then you use like
so even the best cheese method was actually you get the spell source abilities and the archer's abilities. Because you could use the elemental spells on your weapons to so you'd always have the elemental damage weakness and the type bonus weakness at the same time, so you had like 4 times weakness. Also, I'm out of the cutscene.
Okay. Yeah, I just remember using Archer.
Don't forget to invite me.
I did.
I don't have an invite.
What? That's weird.
I also didn't see you invite me on the stream. There we go.
I could have sworn I hit that.
I didn't even see you pull up the menu on the stream until just now.
No, I did. I know I did. I'm not crazy, man. I swear.
Well, we're good to go now.
All right.
To the vault!
To the vault! Nope.
Hopefully the tank pulls big, because big pulls are the best way to do this, especially when you've got a black mage.
One second. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. All right. Let's go.
Honestly, I think if Bravely Second hadn't had the whole ridiculously huge difficulty spike because of that one boss right in the middle of the game, I probably would have beaten it, even though I wasn't particularly enjoying it.
Yeah, I feel like I really want to replay both those games before I play Bravely 2. I highly doubt there's going to be any real connection between the 3 games, though.
I'm pretty sure that what Square's probably realized is they don't want to keep reusing the same cast over and over for this, because that would kill the series pretty quickly. But if they treated it like their Final Fantasy properties, where Bravely Default is all about the combat system and then it just tells a different story every time, it could do quite well. That's the thing about Bravely Second that surprised me, it was a direct continuation of the plot. While yes, they had left that open in the first game, I kind of expected them to, if they continued it, to continue it very differently than the way they did.
Right.
Also, they replaced half the party with new people.
Yeah, that too.
Actually, wasn't it like 3/4 of the party?
Anyez and
Adia
and Tiz were still in the party.
No, Agnes became the Pope and was kidnapped or something for like most of the story.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Adia was the one that was still in the party, but like her personality in the second game was like vastly different from her personality in the first game, at least between the English versions. I don't know about the Japanese versions. Maybe she was that way in the Japanese version, but she seems very, very different. It's like, whoa, completely out of character for you every time she says something. I was like, this is a totally different person from the first game.
Yeah, but I found the voice acting to be very good.
The voice acting was good, yes.
I thought it was very good for, I mean, the type of game that it was. I mean, personally, one of my favorite voice acting games is Persona 5. You know, in the Persona series in general, they did a very good job of actually sounding realistic in terms of, like, you know, cadence and demeanor and all that stuff. I thought what they did with Persona 4 and 5 was spot on. Persona 3, it was a little earlier in PS2, so...
Wait. Where's the tank?
Where's the tank? Come on, tank.
Tank is slow. Tank is doing bad job. Tank is starting to do good job. Give him an opening volley of flare. not level 60. Dang it. That is one thing I hate about doing synced content. You lose all the useful stuff. Like Fire 4. Let's finish this, shall we? Boom! You are getting towards the end of Heaven's Word here, though. Or rather,
Wait.
I should say 3.0.
Oh, wow, really?
Oh yeah, you're almost level 60. The 3.0 story ends at a quest called Heaven's Word. It's like the first level 60 quest in the game.
Oh.
You've got a couple more plot arcs, but there's only like 1-2 dungeons. So you got, yeah, so you've got the 59 and the 60 dungeon for the plot. And then you've got a level 60 trial.
Man, compared to all the 2 point whatevers.
Oh, you still got 3.1 through 3.5. It's just, you know, you're at, this is like getting to the ultimate weapon.
Oh, okay.
But the 3.x patch content doesn't take as long as the 2.x stuff. Because there's not as many fetch quests and whatnot. Put down some ley lines. Spam fire 1 because I can't have fire 4. Boring. Get back in my cast range. Stay in my cast range. You should heal yourself there.
Yeah, probably.
And this stuff is definitely an upgrade to anything you've got.
But I can't really use it.
Well, if it's for your class, that is.
Right. Yeah, but neither of that was for me, classe.
No, that's both for striking.
What class would be for striking?
Pugilist, monk, samurai. Though the ring would also be for maiming, which would be lancer and dragoon. Don't mind me just bringing a couple more pals to the fray. Boom. Honestly, you could take this whole pole all the way to in here.
Oh.
Quite easily. Wish you would have. If you've got a black mage, you should just go pole all the way to the wall. Our AoE is terrible at low numbers of targets, but really, really strong at 5+. Especially at 60. They've come for the Archbishop! Yes, we have, because he's a lecherous old fool.
Ah.
Kill me, please. Not enough healing.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Ah, yes, Sir Grenal the Bull.
Alright, let's wait for a quick minute. Let's all get healed back up here real quick.
What we're really waiting on is your MP.
Right.
My MP doesn't matter. I'm a black mage. It's going to be full in about 2 seconds.
I'll cut you to pieces!
See?
I will not yield to you!
Don't kick me out of my landlines! Wow. He's almost dead. Well, this is going spectacularly. Yay! Everyone's giving me Grand Company seals. My promotion is assured.
How are they giving
As
you
soon as
Grand Company seals?
Because I'm gonna go turn all of these loots into Grand Company seals.
Oh, that's right. That's why I should be probably greeting some of these things, huh?
I need to actually complete the male Darkhold to get my next promotion. Such a nuisance.
Whew. I actually pulled the benediction off on time this time. Look at me go.
You can take these guys to the next area. And we're done. One final boss, who ought to be familiar.
Sir Jerkface the Butt Pipe. I'm all alone.
Sir Jerkbert.
Sir Jerkbird the Butt Pipe. Is he a vegan?
Probably not.
Sorry, that's a Scott Pilgrim reference. He's vegan. That just makes him better than you.
We're going. Whether the tank likes it or not.
Filthy rats! Be done with you!
Run away. Now. Thank you.
Oh, this can't be good.
Sickness must be purged!
What the? Where is my... Oh, shoot.
Don't forget Medica.
And
Now for the famous transition.
Show them mercy. You disgust me. Sickness must be purged. Be done with you.
Oh. Oh. They were overlapped. Run away from him.
Sickness must be purged.
Oh.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. We can
Hey, how you doing?
manly stories in the morning.
Hello.
Sickness must be purged. Be done with you.
Ah!
Run away.
Sickness must be purged.
Oh. Ah. We pulled that one out of our butts.
Not really. Oh, they left without even opening it. Hooray.
Oh, shoot.
Yep, cutscene. Important cutscene.
Oh, power. How can this be?
No, Satan, change it to Final Fantasy 14 if you could.
Fall back.
Too late. Kimu asu domine. It's amazing how that airship can just hang out right there. Wait, where the frick have you been? Oh, that's right. They busted him out of jail.
Yeah, he was in the jail, in the dungeon levels of the vault.
We were not too late, my friend.
Because, you know, Daddy didn't like what he had to say. Or something to that effect.
Yeah.
Why must you do this, Father? Nidhogg is fallen. There is no need for further deception. Now is the time to renounce
just
the
the way
lies which
Ishgard
never stand
works.
this path. To start anew.
1 second. I will
And tear
reply
down the very
Satan, but I
pillars
am
of
reading
our
the stuffs.
society, our history, our values, everything we have built over 1,000 years. A fool to the last.
Okay. It's tradition, and that makes things okay. Hip hip hooray, it is the Ishgard way. Hadouken!
Look out!
I was gonna say, I don't think that shield's gonna hold. Oh, hate to see that happen to a good guy. Wow, this is actually kind of bloody.
Welcome to the real game. And remember what you were saying about plot armor yesterday?
Yeah,
Go.
okay.
Legisla awaits.
As long as this doesn't go all Game of Thrones on everyone. Or Mars
Yeah,
Attacks.
I'm just pointing out, he does not have plot armor.
Oh.
The only one that actually verifiably has plot armor is you.
Everyone else is expendable to a point.
No, Ishtola has finance armor. She's too valuable for her to kill off.
Oh.
Because, you know, like all the plush toys and merchandise and marketing and whatnot,
Right.
they just can't do it.
Right.
They'll fake you out like a good few too many times, like every expansion, but they can't do it.
I was going to say, this guy should have taken a page out of Link's handbook on the perfect guard.
You are unharmed.
Yeah, just
Forgive me.
deflect it.
Right.
I could not
And
bear
also,
the thought of-
this totally reminds me of Undine in Undertale. The whole just throwing psycho lightning bolts from a distance. No! No! ¿Por qué?
Do not look at me so.
¿Por qué, Hashivo?
A smile
No!
better suits a hero.
A smile better besuits a hero.
A hot hero. Yeah.
Hmm. You really are incapable of taking anything seriously, aren't you?
Let's just say I really wish Artemis was here to hear that. He would wholeheartedly back you up on that.
That's the most tragic moment of Heaven's Word, and you're like, just making jokes. The guy's dying, and you're laughing at it.
No, I do feel bad. I do feel bad. I do. It's just.
Yeah, you should feel bad. You're joking at Harshifon's death.
But it's Hashi fault. It's Hashi. Hashi will always live on. Uh-oh. Have I angered Miss Satan?
No.
You didn't pop in just to pile on and how I don't take anything seriously ever?
I mean, there is that, but no.
Oh, okay.
I mean, other than the fact that your title is just confusing as all heck.
Well, I'm just saying that I'm hyped about Bravely Default 2, and we're saving the pinty-eared dude from the vault. I'm not wrong.
No, it seems like you're putting in a title for trying to play Bravely Default 2, so that's why.
But Bravely Default 2 isn't even out yet.
They just literally announced it like an hour ago.
Well then,
Yeah,
that would explain things. But yeah, when I first logged in, your category was still playing Zwift.
Yeah, I know. I did not change that.
Yeah, and then obviously that explains why it didn't work when I tried to change it to the other game. But then that Twitch was just like, nah man, we're not going to recognize it by putting Final Fantasy 14. You actually have to put Final Fantasy XIV online before I'll update it for you.
Yeah, I know. That is a little weird. I will openly admit.
So yeah, I do. So yeah, sorry for typing it so many times. I just had to figure out how to get the bot to communicate properly to Twitch.
That's fine.
I got there though. I got there in the end.
That's okay. It's okay. We good. By the way, I am going to clip that portion and send it straight to Artemis. He would. Because there was a time, I actually have another clip on the Takadia Clips area where we're playing Destiny 2, and we're about to go into a PvP area, and I'm just like, yeah. Artemis is like, yeah, just don't take this too seriously, and you should be okay. I go, yeah, I don't normally take things like this seriously. He just goes, you just don't take things seriously in general.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I chuckled. I chuckled a bit. But I do feel bad. I legitimately feel bad. Lord Hashifant has passed on, and then I'm not going to see him again, and I can't say Hashifant. I feel bad. It didn't hit me near as much as Nanamo. Nanamo, that was ultra tragic, and I saw that one coming a mile away. With Hachi, it was just kind of like, oh, he gone. When he runs after her, it is just like, oh, he's gone. It's like the whole 24 thing.
I don't want to say anything, but there is one that I actually teared up and almost cried for.
I almost cried for Nanamo. What are you talking about?
There is no greater
No, there's another one that I kind of cried for.
Leave me to mourn and give chase.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
And for the nation he loved.
Do you want me to DM you?
No, there's only so many deaths in this game. He's seen most of them already.
His sacrifice shall not be forgotten.
There's definitely one that he has not seen yet that really that got me, and it got me hard. It's another character that definitely did not have any kind of plot armor.
No one has plot armor.
Alphino is lost in thought. But Tiny Alphino is just so cute. Bork, bork. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. So today I told my girls that tomorrow night my wife and I are going to a company Christmas party, her second one, by the way. And so I was like, yeah, we're going to a place that was our last dinner together before you were born, child number one. And she goes, it was? I was like, yeah, it was. And she goes, huh. Hold up. Let's use that. And use. Ooh, very cool. Okay. So then that sparked the question of my daughter, how does the baby come out? I was like, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Good job, Farrell.
Oh, no.
You did done it.
I did it. I done it. I got the girls asking the questions. I was like, So then first thought, they went through all of the permutations. They say, okay, so does she poop it out? I was like,
No.
no. Does it come out her mouth? What? What? No! Oh, gosh! No! Good golly, no, gosh. What the crap? So then she goes, does it come out her privates? I'm like, yeah. Okay, yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that one. Because to my daughters, the privates is the frontal area.
Yeah.
I'm like, close enough for a first grader and a preschooler. We'll just go with that.
See, I would have just answered the question with, "You don't want to know yet.
Yeah,
It's something
No,
you will
but-
have to learn when you're older."
but that
and as long
doesn't.
as
But
you've
then
learned it, you
That
don't
doesn't
want
work
to know.
with kids.
No, that doesn't work, operator. I know. I would love to have mashed that eject button, but that don't work. Like there was, who was I talking to? It was, I think it was a buddy of mine posted on Facebook. It goes, if ever you're talking to your your significant other, and your kids interrupt, you go, what are you talking about? All you have to say is sex. My wife was like, yeah, for older kids, that gets an immediate, oh my gosh, no. But for little kids, that completely
What's
backfires.
that?
What's that, Daddy? What's that, Mommy? Oh boy.
No,
Yeah.
you take a page out of the Emperor's New Groove. We're just talking about how much we love each other.
Yeah. Yeah, there's certain you have to play to your
My
demographics.
friend, I am in your debt.
Oh man.
Think nothing of it.
As a
The wounds
fellow
are healing
parent,
well, I
I
trust.
completely know exactly what this is all about. What this is all like.
Yep.
Some wounds.
You know, it
do
still
not
gets
heal.
me that I still can't believe that I actually have a 12-year-old myself. So
Wow, you let them live that long? Oh man.
believe me, it's been trying at times.
The scriptures 1,000 years.
There's been some close calls.
No, what's funny is everyone tells me, "Oh man, you just wait until they're teenagers. Wait until they're teenagers." Okay, that is the Okay. Okay, give me 1 second. I have to get 2 prayers for Sunday's church service. So, hold up. I got to remember who this is. 714404. Okay, so that is the second one. Okay, 1 second. So that is that. Okay, so dang it, she spells her name differently. I hate it when people don't spell their name normally. Stop it. Why do people...
Well, ask their parents.
I don't want to, because I'll get weird answers. Oh,
You
no,
don't
no, no.
already?
No, that's right. She spells her name correctly. I always forget how to spell this name.
Well, I mean, do you know how to spell just in general? Because that could be the starting point of your issue.
Do I have spell check readily available?
Without spell check.
Poop.
We're not counting with the spell check.
No,
we're counting
in
without.
general, I'm not bad. In general, I'm not bad at spelling.
You knew and you concealed it.
Like usually, it's the it's some of the commonly misspelled words that I get wrong. And my grammar is abysmal. Don't ever ask me about grammar.
I should be interested.
That's grammar is darn near the reason why I did not graduate on time with my bachelor's. Because I took a online technical writing course just because I couldn't fit the normal technical writing course into my course schedule. And a heavy component of it was grammar. So I did really well on all the papers, but when it came to like the grammar test, that's where I started to falter. And I had to take the final, and like most of the final was strict grammar stuffs. And they'd be like, okay, out of these 4 sentences, which one is the most correct? I'm like, they all look correct. What do I do? So then I finish the test, and then I get my grade, and I missed. So I had to get at least a 60 on it, and I got a 58. So I needed 2 points. But the problem was, if you failed the final, you failed the entire course. So I failed the final by 2 points. So I was just like, oh no, this is bad. I literally failed this course by 2 points. So I emailed the teacher. I was just like, okay, here's the deal. I'm getting married in 10 days. No, it was like 3 weeks. I was getting married in 3 weeks from that point. And I need to have this fixed, or I need to be able to try and do something about this, because by the time my honeymoon is done, I will not be able to change this. Let's see here.
That they might partake of her eyes and thereby transcend their mortal limits.
By the way, Ratatosk was a very important deity in Tales of Symphonia 2. Just letting you know. Which actually was not a bad game. Right? Tales of Symphonia 2 was not that bad. Yes, Emil was an emotionless pile of garbage, and okay, we'll gloss over that. Minus that, it actually was not a bad game. I'll just...
Is Tales made by Squeenix, or are they somebody else?
Tales is made by Namco Bandai.
Upon learning of their treachery, Nidhogg was consumed with a murderous and justified rage.
But
I'm sorry,
I know what followed.
Squeenix is actually Boomer's name for Square Enix. I kind of stole it from him.
Oh, no, that's fine. I call him Squeenix, too. That's what the majority of the Square Enix fan base calls Square Enix, Squeenix.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it used to be Squaresoft or Square. Well, it used to be Squaresoft, then it went to Square, then they acquired Enix, so it's Square Enix. So, it's a little confusing.
Yeah, I know that the original version of Final Fantasy X even was Squaresoft.
Yes. Yes. PlayStation 2 Final Fantasy X was one of the last Squaresoft entries in the Final Fantasy series. Yes, because Final Fantasy 12 was Square Enix by that point. So, but anyway, to finish off the technical writing story, so I get an email back from the professor lady, and she's like, oh, yeah, 2 points? Sure, no problem. Just write a 2-page paper on everything you learned and, you know, just kind of your takeaway from this course. Send it back to me. I will get you those 2 points, which is the minimum to pass the final, and you'll just get whatever grade you get. I was like, okay. 1 week goes by, nothing. 2 weeks goes by, nothing. Because I sent it to her that day, and I didn't get anything from her. So now I'm less than a week away from my wedding day, and I'm like, I don't have a resolution to this thing. So then, I called the online courses main area, and I'm just like, here's my situation. I have to get in contact with my teacher right now in order to get this fixed, or I'm not going to be able to get this fixed. They go, well, you cannot call the teacher, but let me make some calls. Let me see what I can do. Like an hour later, I get a call back from them. They go, oh, yeah, we just contacted your teacher. She approved the grade change. So, yeah, you have a 50% on the or 60% on the final, and you have an A- in the course. have a great wedding. Have a good day. I'm like, 2 points was the difference between an F and an A minus. Wow. I'm like, really? Really? 2 points is the difference between an F and an A minus. You have got to be freaking kidding me. Well, because you fail the final, you fail the course. That was the independent study overall thing. It wasn't for this one course. It was for independent study online courses as a whole. Because they don't want people just blowing through the online stuff and failing the final and say, screw it, I passed the class. So, yeah. I mean, I understand it, but I'm just like, dude, what the heck?
Yeah.
All right.
I have a kind of similar story where the only difference is because mine was only in high school, they didn't have quite such a strict if you fail the exam, you fail the course kind of a thing. But I actually was my grade 9 geography class. I actually did fail my final exam for that class. But because I did have such good coursework throughout the course, I imagine it was basically one assignment that I got 90-something% on, and it was a pretty big assignment. But because of good coursework is why I actually passed the class.
I ask you, my son, will you
But yeah,
answer for my sin?
I don't remember. I think
Will your
think
son and
mine
his
was also
son
like
answer for me as well?
just a couple of marks or grades, just a couple points away from
If a man cannot
passing it. It was
atone
like
for his
just
sins in
barely
the
a
course
fail
of his
kind of a
all too
thing.
fleeting life, must his progeny
So
then be held to account?
my coursework
Must every
actually happened to
subsequent
save my butt
generation be
though.
judged
So
as well?
Yeah, I had my biology class junior year of high school. We had this one extra credit assignment where the teacher gave us like a 200-word crossword puzzle. And she's like, every point you do on this is 1 extra credit point. I'm like, so I can get 200 extra credit points on this thing? She goes, yeah. I'm like, okay. Literally, I could have gotten a 0 on the final and still had a 93% in the class.
jeez.
I was like, I did the math, and I'm just like, I don't have to take this final at all, and I'm totally okay in this class. I'm like, I went up to her and I said, okay, here's the math. This is what my grade is if I don't take the final. Do I even have to show up? She goes, yeah. You need to show up. Yeah. I was like, okay, I'm not studying a lick for this dumb thing. I think I still got like an 80-something on the final. I didn't even crack open a book for that thing. I'm like, this is stupid.
No,
that was the only course I was able to pull that off in high school. Not all of my courses were like that.
School bothered me. I didn't really like school. I found it very difficult. That school just in general was a challenge for me. I'm not a very scholarly education-wise person. And I admit that I cheesed my way through a lot of it. Minimum work, as little as I could absolutely get away with. But I was also one of those kids, one of those people who, whenever I did try and study, I would actually do worse than if I didn't.
Oh, that sucks.
So, needless to say, I only ever attempted actual studying a handful of times before I figured out that correlation. And then I'm like, you know what? Screw the studying. I kind of paid attention for the basic review that we would do in classes, leading up to the exam. But as far as doing anything more than
What would
that,
you
like
say to them?
reading through all my
What would
past
you tell the
notes or anything
wives
like
who have
that
lost
when
their
I got
husbands?
home or something like that,
The
I'm just like,
mothers who have lost their sons?
no, none
Or
of
their
that was
loved
for
ones
me.
died for naught?
Yeah, that was like my brother and sister during college. Because of our church's whole missions thing, my younger brother and sister wound up being on the same exact course track. Like they were taking the same courses at the same time. So it would piss my little sister off so much because she would study like crazy and my little brother wouldn't study that much, and yet he would always do better on exams than she did. It pissed her off so bad, and he would always like cheese off her homework and whatnot, and she just hated it the whole time. But yet I'm the hated older brother for some odd reason. I don't get it.
Like the funny thing is, like even for even for some of our exams, like we had teachers who some of them would actually let us do full-on open book tests. Like that happened a couple of times, like not very often. But then what happened a little bit more frequently, but still not terribly frequently, was the teachers who would let us have like a one sheet cheat sheet.
Yeah.
The funny thing is even when we were allowed the cheat sheets, I would still only write out like really, really basic information. So like for math, it would be like some of the equations that we did throughout the year. Like the differences for like the trigonometry, like when to use the different sine, cosine, tangent kind of things.
Escort him to a cell and question.
Or like just things like that. Or even in computer engineering, I would write out how because with what each of like the in a binary sequence, like what each of the numbers would represent, like 1, 2, 4, 8, blah blah blah, kind of stuff like that, right? But I would never do like I would see some of my classmates when we were outside the door waiting for the exam to start. They had their sheets just filled with all kinds of information, and me, I just have like this one little corner of the sheet filled with just a few little notes.
Yeah, I was that guy completely filling up the entirety of the sheet. I was that guy. Because I was just like, you know what? I'm going to organize everything. I'm going to know exactly where everything is, and I will use this to the most advantage as I possibly can. I mean, there was my one programming class. No. Well, okay, I had one programming class as an undergraduate, and then one kind of programming-esque class as a graduate. And for the graduate one, there was this one part where we had to learn what was called pseudocode. It wasn't any real code, but it was more like a generalized walkthrough of processes and stuff like that. So we had to learn like 20 plus minus different, processes of code and this was for structural analysis. So we had to learn like this litany of stuff. And I remember one day I spent like 5 or 6 hours on a Saturday in a room on campus in the engineering building with a whiteboard and whiteboard markers. And I would just sit there and write code like Bart Simpson at the beginning of each Simpsons episode. Like I just stood there and just wrote code, just wrote it, erased it, wrote. And I brute forced memorized like darn near everything. I get to the test and the teacher's like, yeah, I'm only going to make you write like half the code for one of them. I was like, you got to be kidding me. I freaking spent 6 hours memorizing everything. And this is all we have to do for the test? He goes, yeah, I kind of realized it would be a little bit of a bother for you guys to memorize everything. I'm like, I hate you. You freaking suck. How dare you? Oh.
'Twas an exercise in
Yeah,
futility, as you saw. Faced with the firmity of his conviction and his many ready
Here, wait, hold
reminders,
up.
my
Hold up.
words
Operator, you there?
deserted me. To be frank, I am embarrassed to recall it.
When the dog isn't barking.
Right. Okay. So so I got a question about these echoes. So Amaric, when Joya has an echo, does the person she sees the past of know what she's seeing?
No.
No.
Okay. Got it. Because that's kind of what it seemed like from this, unless she
A
spoke
friend
about it.
once impressed upon me the importance
and I
of
didn't notice that.
differentiating between words, deeds, and beliefs.
Yeah, no, they
Were he here, I suspect he
nobody
would
else
judge your father's
except for
conviction
your
to be more
character
than
is
rank
aware of what
self-serving
your
delusion.
character sees in those echoes.
Got it.
Even so, I cannot help but wonder.
People
what manner
can
of
tell
change
when
he
you're going
intends to
in
bring
that kind of
about.
state because like you kind of like faint or
Right. You look
some
like
sort
you're
of-
having a headache. Yeah.
yeah. But no, they don't
I've
know
given
what
some
you're
thought to
seeing.
that as well.
Got it.
During the battle within the vault, the Heavens Ward demonstrated
Remember,
strange
Operator's not
and
the only
unnatural
Final
abilities.
Fantasy player in this chat room.
Well, I know, but he's more the walking encyclopedia.
Thanks.
What?
I'll just leave now.
Was unlike anything
No.
I've ever seen before.
You know that's not how it is. Come on.
The spectacle called to mind King Thordan and his Knights 12 as they are depicted in scripture, holy powers and all. Mere fabrications, which have
Hurt
become
my
objects of
feelings.
faith.
Oh,
instilled
come
with
on.
the
You know
belief
I
of
can't
countless
do
devoted
that.
souls.
Can't you
Seven
now?
hells!
Are you sure about that?
I haven't really tried. Typically, that's
If
out of
Lady
character for
Iceheart
me.
can use her own body as a vessel for summoning, I see no reason why others could not.
Are the Heavens Ward truly so reckless?
Nah, they're just feckless.
Unbelievable. As they fled, my father spoke of Aziz La. Though I know not what he intends, I fear no good shall come of it. His ambitions are too great, and his minions too powerful. We must find the Heavens Ward and stop my father before it is too late.
But yeah, Operator. The event that brought me to tears almost was actually end of Stormblood story. To give you a time frame on it. If that helps you figure out which one.
Not the one I was thinking of.
Which one were you thinking? If you want to DM it, whatever.
Before the start of Stormblood.
I want to feast on his heart. Okay, is his armor going to be that kind of weird red color the entire rest of the game?
No.
Okay. Then that just means he hasn't washed his armor off. That's gross. That's gotta be stank.
Okay, so apparently I had the timing wrong. I guess I raced through the story so quick I kind of
Yep.
lost track of what was
That-
where.
That event is in the lead up to Stormblood. it necessitates it's the event, part of the events that necessitate all of the things that happen in Stormblood.
Right, because that the character changes she's changed during Stormblood, and yeah. Right, that does make sense then.
Okay, so we need to go.
So how far into Heavensward though is Farrell here?
He's just past the vault. Because you just saw Archifon's. So he's not finished 3.0 yet.
Yeah, I forget which dungeons are at which point of it, because like I said, like I've redone them all.
He
like,
has-
with roulettes and stuff.
He
but
has the 57 trial, and he has the 59 dungeon, and the 60 dungeon, and the 60 trial.
Okay, so he's probably a little over halfway.
Quite a
Maybe,
bit
like-
past halfway.
Huh.
Nidhogg's death would be about the halfway mark.
Wah, 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 wah.
Are you Charlie Brown?
I was Charlie Browning.
So it's funny. Different game, but the premise kind of the effect would still work. But on Pokemon, you know Mandolin, right, Farrell?
Yeah, I know her.
Yeah, her husband apparently named his trainer character this.
Oh boy. Oh man. What?
Yep.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's what Sir named his character.
Oh boy.
And speaking of Amanda, I've actually was working on building a thing for her Minecraft server for a Christmas event.
Oh, fun.
A great big Santa sleigh.
Oh, very cool.
Yep.
Off we go into the wild blue yonder.
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
There is no wizard.
So we got we were yesterday, got the kids their Christmas presents from us.
What did they get?
The oldest wanted like a really good kind of good quality Adidas hoodie sweater. So Boomer got that, and for the youngest, got him a copy of Mario Odyssey for the Switch.
Ooh. So why Adidas? Just it's the cool thing now with the kids, I guess.
Well, with him, with our kid, anyways.
Huh. Okay.
We no idea why. Just apparently that's what the kid wanted. And
I
since
go ahead.
and since Boomer was able to find one for not that much, he
To
decided
the
to pick it
northern
up.
reaches of the Sea of Clouds, where countless
No, I remember
isles
when
yet
I was a
remain
kid, I had a
uncharted.
starter jacket. Did you know that brand? Starter?
In search of
They
an
were
Vaguely.
they're really
known
big
as
with
Azizlar,
sports teams.
and the unmasked villain
Like
Yeah,
it was kind of one of the go-to for teams paraphernalia. So the big thing was wearing this big old starter jacket. And it had a big logo of your team on the back and a logo on the front pocket area. And and then the Los Angeles Kings is a hockey team down here. And I remember, and it used to be like honestly associated with gangs. Like I think it was the Raiders jacket was kind of associated with some of the gangs. I mean, like in general, Southern California area. And I remember I wore this thing all the time. It was my go-to jacket for cold weather. And I wore it all the way up through middle school, I think. Because I remember one day in particular, I was at school and this yard duty teacher came up to me. She goes, "Are you in a gang?" Like, what? What are you even talking about? Well, you're wearing a starter jacket. Yeah? Well, lots of gang members wear those, so I'm just making sure.
Jeez.
Unless they're going for my nunchuck skills, I don't think I got much with my 60 pounds at 6 foot, at like 5'9", 60 pounds. Yeah, I don't got much for people. Like literally, I hit 100 pounds when I was in the 8th grade. I was
I know.
a stupid skinny kid.
I didn't break 100 until I turned like 17, 18.
Wow. So did you have a size double doesn't exist pants? That's a 00.
Yeah, pretty much. Like all of my stuff was like the elastics or drawstrings.
Right. No, I always mocked girls and they're like, "Oh, I used to wear a size 0." Well, then theoretically your waist didn't exist. Okay? Size 0 doesn't exist. I had a long conversation with someone that one day. I was just like, "Well, but it does exist. It does exist." I'm like, "No. This is a made-up arbitrary bullcrap system. There are inches. Or in for your case, centimeters. Use centimeters." Oh, well, but then that's a big number. Well, that's the truth. Your waist size needs to be compared and correlated to a number that actually exists. 0
Yeah.
doesn't exist. I'm sorry. And even if it's a size 1 what? 1 foot? 1 meter? 1 what? No, it's a 1. How do I buy clothes for people? I don't know. I mean, that's literally why I never buy my wife clothes. Like, unless it's a shirt and it's small. A small, okay? I can do a small. I will never buy her pants. I mean, she's got double problems. She's skinny and she is very tall. She is 6 foot tall and very, very small waist. And I don't.
Mine's kind of. I have the same but opposite issue.
Short and fat.
Yeah. Because a lot of times, in order to get it where it fits waist-wise, it's also like a mile off my foot.
Yeah,
And
that's with Carrie too. Carrie, she's just like, I can't find anything long enough. But one year, actually, I will admit, one year, I did buy her pajama bottoms from Old Navy because if you go online, they have like double extra long pants. I'm like, okay, I'm going to guess at the waist size, and this double extra long has to work. And it did. And it did, and she loves them. And I'm like, I won. I won. I did something good. And why can't I hit the
you know, my go-to place for clothes shopping is just the thrift store. Mostly because, like, I'm not big into fashion or anything like that. Like, I don't need all, like, the name brand clothes. Just give me something that fits and that's comfortable.
I just never throw away clothing. I am still wearing my brother's shorts he wore in high school. And he graduated in 2004. And I'm still wearing them.
Well, you know, we're not all as I don't age as you.
And I still wear one of his suits, like church business suits that he wore back in high school.
Again, we're not all as blessed with the never-changing physique that you have.
But I will openly admit, though, that is one of the reasons I did really start, getting into working out, because my church slacks that I have worn since I was 18 were starting to not fit anymore. And I'm just like, well, this can't happen. I still got another 10 years in these puppies. Like, my wife gets pissed because I never throw away shirts. Uh-oh. Oh, this is supposed to be level 59. If it's
synced to level
synced
59.
to level 59. Okay. Oh. All right. You're getting kicked. But
So somebody needs to get me the story skip so that I can actually take part in this stuff. I have the level. I just need the story progression.
oh my gosh, I watched a Oh, so have either of you seen the Toad Sings video I posted on my Discord?
No.
I think I posted it in the memes category. Well, anyway, someone Mimi. All right. So, someone blessed posted this video where they sung Let It Go, and then modulated it to make it sound like Toad was singing Let It Go. And it's glorious. It's absolutely glorious. So that I used it this morning to wake my girls up.
Oh, I bet you they were so impressed and thrilled with that.
They couldn't breathe. They were laughing so hard. They thought it was one of the funniest things they've ever heard, and they started actually singing along with it.
I feel like my youngest would get a kick out of it. My oldest, not so much.
Oh, man. You see, this is what I'm talking about when people say, oh, you're not going to like it when they're teenagers. You're not going to like it when they're teenagers. I'm like, oh, that's when it just starts getting funny. That's when you just start torturing the ever-living crap out of them just by you acting silly and stupid. That's when you really start to have fun with your kids. When they're just like, I can't believe you're doing this. I'm like, you actually can't believe I'm doing this? I'm only wearing a mermaid costume and juggling 3 balls. Okay. This really was out of the realm of possibility for you? Wow. You don't know me.
Yeah, my my oldest, he's definitely in that preteen phase though, so that's tons of fun there. Like I say, 12.
Oh, pobrecito big guy. No, don't hit the big guy. He's just a big fluffy burb dude. Don't smack the burb dude.
Given your previous experience with members of that particular species, I'm surprised at your reaction.
To protect it?
Yes.
I do things on case-by-case scenarios.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Taliag, protect me!
I mean, this guy's unarmed. Can you stop that?
I will be right back.
Sounds good. Duty. See, this bird boy isn't bad boy. Come to my window. Come on inside. Wait by the light of the moon. Nope, that's not gonna work. Oh, I gotta go this way.
I have returned.
And the crowd goes wild. Yay.
It's funny when you were mentioning your, I guess your programming class. It reminded me of one that I was in. That, needless to say, I did not last overly long in that course, just because of problems with the teacher, and I ended up dropping it. No, it was more. It was. I did my courses in kind of a few of my courses in weird orders. Um, Basically, I had done the grade 11 programming before I did the grade 10, but I wanted to actually try to see what the grade 10 was like because they use a different program to teach the coding and stuff than what the grade 11 class used. And so, like, okay, it's an extra credit under my belt. It's an extra credit towards the number that I need to graduate. So why not at least just give it a shot?
Mm-hmm.
So I get into the class and we go through kind of like a little bit, days, weeks or so of like the intro and kind of learning different things like how to name a variable and use it and just different kind of basic things like that. Then came the point where we actually got to start like kind of creating our own little programs for stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This teacher insisted that we had to flowchart, plan them out before we could even touch the program on the computers. I wasn't the greatest with that. Like, I worked so much better when I was able to just kind of be in there and working with it and figuring things out as I went. And so I turned to her, I'm like, hey, can I just do this part and skip the other part? I mean, like, and even if you dock me marks because I'm not doing this, the flowcharting part, that's fine. I'm more comfortable doing it my way.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, no, you have to do the flowchart first, blah, blah, blah. And just like, her and I were like butting heads so much over this. Finally, I'm like, you know what? Forget this. I'm not going to argue with you. Because, like, back in those days, I still had
Ooh.
not the greatest control over my temper, and I had like very anger management kind of issues. And my way of reacting and handling that when I got into that kind of a state was so that I didn't be a danger to myself or anybody around me. I didn't care what the teacher was saying to me or what was going on in the class. If I got frustrated enough to that kind of a point, I would walk out of the classroom. I would just leave. That was my kind of escape method, that was my coping mechanism. And so in those days, before I ended up dropping the class, I was out of the class a lot more than I was in the class. We'll just say that. And finally it was just like, okay, you know what? I can't do this. I can't deal with this teacher. Like, I'd never had her as a teacher before, but like even just passing by and encountering her in the halls, I'd always kind of bumped heads with her a little bit. And this was kind of just the straw that broke the camel's back.
Mm-hmm.
And so I ended up going to our guidance office and was like, hey, you know what? I can't do this course. I can't, like, and I was lucky and fortunate enough to have a guidance counselor who got me a little bit. Like he didn't completely understand, obviously, but he understood enough to know that this was not a healthy situation for me. And so helped me with dropping the course.
Ah.
So, funny item description. I'll censor it for spoilers, but perhaps we will one day live in a world in which poor creature need not be slaughtered for tribe rituals, but today is not that day.
Oh. Oh, today is not that day. So
But
sad.
is that one of the new mounts?
What?
He said it was an item description.
Oh.
It's an item description for a Stormblood quest.
Sorry, I thought I was talking about one of the newer mounts.
No, you need a part from this particular creature for a ritual that this certain tribe does that you absolutely need this ritual to carry on with the story, and it comes into play in a certain part of Shadowbringers as well.
Now I am confused.
I am in the C portion of Stormblood here.
I don't know the item, but I think I know kind of whereabouts you are. I picture in my mind a humming turtle. Am I along the right lines?
Wow, such musical talent. Whoa. The Frita Bandita Taqueria does not condone the pouring of Mountain Dew on keyboards.
Wait, what?
That's what that sounded like. Whatever that sloshing noise was.
Oh, sorry, it was me, my G Fuel drink.
Oh, okay.
Oh yes, totally pouring it on my keyboard.
I don't know. It sounded like you were pouring something out. I just filled in the blank with an Mad Lib.
And
No,
I just
had
So I just hit level 68, and I've not even completed, the level 67 dungeon. I've not even done the level 63 trial yet. Like, I'm just getting geared up to go be allowed to do the story that you need to do the 63 trial.
Is that just this character, or is that as far as you actually are overall?
That's story progress. Like, my character is 68, so I'm way over leveled because I had the road to 60 buff when I made the character, and I got to level 60.
Is this your only
Right.
character?
No, this is my alt.
Mm.
But I got
That's what I was meaning.
Well, I actually do have two alts, but so I got to level 60 right before I finished O Realm Reborn with the buff.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. I've stayed ridiculously over leveled.
Hey, I mean, I'm still in the Realm Reborn stuff, and I'm like level 70.
But I didn't buy the boost.
Well, Manly da.
I bowed on your belly.
The buff, the road to 60, now road to 70 buff, doubles quest XP, is what happened. So, all of the 1 to 50 MSQ, I got double that XP. And then double all the dungeon XP and everything, and that just, boom. I've not been able to get caught up, or get to a point in the content where I'm caught up. Or the content is caught up to me, rather.
Yeah.
I'm just so far ahead. And they just keep dumping XP on me because the MSQ just dumps so much XP on you. But now that I'm 68, I get to go do the next job quest.
All right. Question, operator. Would
Hmm.
this be an okay time to be able to call it for the night, or am I like really close to something else?
You're getting very close to the 67, not 67, 57 trial there.
Okay. Do you have an idea about how long that would be?
I think you just talked to Alphino and Sid there and the chief there, and they're like, hey, yeah, sure, you can have what
Hold
you
on,
need.
I can actually tell you. Which quest are you on?
Bolt,
Bolt,
chain,
chain.
and island.
Oh, yeah, I think this is the one, yeah.
Yeah, you're actually on the quest.
Oh, okay. All right. So we'll do the trial and we'll call it.
Mm-hmm.
I will just pick these ones up real quick.
So I'm caving and I'm getting the Heaven's Word skip. So just give me 1 second, and I'll be able to play with you. Like I'm literally buying it right now. So
Don't worry, we won't start the trial without you then.
yes, you would. You would though.
No. No, I could not. I feel like I'm on a little toy ship. Oh, frick. I gotta go all the way there? Crikey.
Logging in now, and hopefully I'll have my mail so that I can just apply it right away and then have to log back in, but you know, that won't take as long because yay, I already have mail. Cool. Going over to the Mr. Delivery Moogle. But it's not the mail I was wanting. All right. Okay, come on. Give me the other item that I need or want.
Do the thing! All right. I am now ready to queue up.
Yeah, I just have to go to one of the. I just have to go to Ulda, use my item. It'll make me log back in, and then I'll be good to go though.
Okay. All right. Operator, when you're out of your cutscene, we are ready.
Okay. Let's go fishing.
Yeah, I'm just coming out of the inn that it put me in after I read my book.
Got it.
But right, yeah, I'm good too.
All right. me check something here. Ooh. Well, that's pretty cool. All right, just wanted to make sure I had full gear. Now we're gonna hit the J. No. Nope. Will, I know not what sickness thou speakest of.
Yes, it's been purged. He's talking about Sir Cherrybark.
Oh. Cherry bark?
Cherrybark.
Oh,
Jerkbird.
Jerkbird?
Making it hard to speak at the moment.
Can't hear answer. That's what I figured. I thought you were at work. Don't get in trouble. But you can't hear me, which so it doesn't matter. Rar.
Wow, that's a macro.
Yup.
That can get you banned.
What's a macro?
Check the chat box. You may have to expand it to see it properly.
Oh. Oh, wow. Yeah. Bonk.
Remember to keep me separated.
Hey, that's not annoying. Rawr.
Kill it faster. No. Almost one-phased it. And done.
Woohoo! That wasn't too bad.
Not too bad at all.
Yeah, that was actually my very first time ever doing that as any sort of tank, let alone warrior. Actually, wait, no, I meant paladin. I'm apparently a paladin, not a warrior. Oops, my bad. I totally know what class I'm playing.
Is this a new poetic kind of a deal?
What?
That thingy that just dropped.
Hmm?
Yay! More shinies!
Warrior light, beloved Edelin, all made darkness, light to none known.
Uh-oh, creepy boy. Ooh,
So falls the Lord of Mists,
creepy girl.
as did all others before him. How many times does this make, warrior of light? Ah, how much you have grown. Far
I
beyond
hate
the
the
limits of
Asians.
mere mortals.
She has what we seek.
That she does. The key to Aziz La and the secrets of Alag.
Ooh, not cool.
I see you have regained the blessing of light, albeit at a fraction of its former strength.
My thanks to you, Asian. And to you as well, warrior of light, for saving us the effort of slaying Bismarck. Now that the key is within our grasp, the path to the heavens shall at last be laid bare.
Da, 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 da. Go up to go to the heavens. Wait, what? Dude, it's like the sword and shadow of the Colossus.
Uh-huh.
Which, by the way, is a masterful game. If you have not played it yet, I highly recommend picking it up. Oh, don't you dare bow to me, you dork face.
He's not.
Oh.
He not your friend.
By our deeds shall the wrongs of antiquity be righted, and man reclaim the reins of history.
Not if I murder your old wrinkly butt first. Once I get out of this darkness thing. All right, now you. Oh, crap, he's gone. Okay, never mind.
Yep.
Makes me feel like the Matrix is just materializing out of the sky.
Not quite.
Dude, it's the Mana Fortress from Secret of Mana. Dude, that's what this is, man. Mana Fortress time. By the way, fun fact. In the Mana Fortress in Secret of Mana, you can actually find weapon orbs to power up your weapons beyond what you think you can in the game. You can unlock secret weapon forms. Oh, we can get little Sid. I won't use him though. I like little Alfie better.
Wait, something is amiss.
They're all dead.
Imperial troops.
Reveal yourselves at once!
Not crap. Isn't this the point where you just start hucking fireballs at them?
And there I was, expecting more beastmen. Who are you?
Your worst nightmare.
I thought Ishgardians responsible for the disappearance of our scouts, but I see now that I was mistaken.
Oh,
Just as
beefy boy.
Warrior observed, the Warrior of Light is wont to appear at the most inopportune times.
The Warrior of Light? She who bested Van Baelsar?
It
The
would seem that the
same.
famous hero of Eorzea seeks Azizlar as well. Hardly unexpected. The secrets of the Allagan's power to bind icons to their will could scarcely fail to interest the scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Oh, they actually
However,
call
it
them
will
icons in
remain
this
sealed
game?
Should these insatiable creatures be allowed to roam free, that their very
The
existence
Garleans
threatens the
do.
life of the
Okay.
Star.
Because they call the summons icons in Final Fantasy IX. So I didn't know if they were bringing that back.
It's
The
explained at
Garleans
some
do.
point or
Been the
another.
Empire's favored recourse.
Right.
And that is why we will continue to oppose
I
your
think
every
it's
attempt to
explained in
claim
the,
Eorzea.
Primal series
Do
for
not hesitate
Heaven's
to
Word,
speak your
actually.
mind,
Okay.
even when your every word could be your last. Alas, your sentiments betray the narrowness of your view. The fate of Eorzea and its inhabitants.
Dramatic cape flip.
Charge as Emperor to bring the icons to here. If this requires.
No, don't! They are not his thralls!
Hmm.
Where did that come from?
Take cover!
Where did that come from, indeed?
Where'd it come from? Where'd
That's
it go?
pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
Your radiance.
Nice mecha power slide there.
Honestly, she should have just started firing at the Emperor there.
Wow, 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 wow. That's a big ship.
Agrius class battlecruiser.
We shall meet again, Warrior of Light. On that you have my word.
So Garlemald too has designs on Azizlar.
But no, operator, given different things that we find out later on in the story, I still don't know how much good it would have done even if she had started firing.
I mean, ultimately, yeah. But it certainly would have made things more interesting. Or perhaps less interesting. Certainly would have
No.
sped up the plot at least.
All right. Well, I'm going to call it there for tonight. So, just to let you know, I am not planning on streaming tomorrow night because I have no real idea when I'm going to be getting back. Hey, Albino, what up? Sorry. Thanks. Yeah, this is my ending screen because I always like to leave people with a nice, wonderful, pleasant image, and it's not me. It's that over there. You know, before before we all knock off for the evening. But hey, Albino, I'm sorry. Sorry I didn't see you there. But yeah, I'm ending the stream right now. You are more than welcome to follow. I typically start at about 8:30 to 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time.
Oh, holy crap!
Right there. That's perfect. So next time you're in, we'll definitely get you a wheel spin. I like to do yo-yos, juggling type of skill toys, and I have a skill toy wheel for new followers, subs, and all that stuff. And Strong Bad too. I'm gonna like it here. Yes, lots of Strong Bad and Homestar references abound in this channel. So while I'm doing the show close, let me know how you found this stream. I don't recognize your name. Let me know how you found this here, the Frito Bandito Taqueria. So I guess since you're here, just a little bit about me. My name's the Pharaoh. I am the purveyor of this here Frito Bandito Taqueria. Right now, through the Final Fantasy 14 directory. Thank you. I love it when people just randomly find this stream. It's fantastic. I love it. But unfortunately, I do stop streaming right around 10:30 at night Pacific. That's because I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to hop on my bike right here. This is my bike, and I do Zwift streams. Pretty much me on my bicycle pounding out workouts and Satan mocking me if she's available.
It's what I do best.
It is what you do best, especially when I'm vulnerable and pounding myself into the ground by trying to go nowhere. Literally, I just go nowhere, and I hurt. So anyway, I stream very early in the morning, 5 o'clock Pacific time. Start about 5:15. I do a workout on the bike, and then around 8 o'clock Pacific time, I play Final Fantasy 14. However, tomorrow night, I have a company Christmas party to go to, so I will not be streaming tomorrow night. So if you want to see me, you got to wake up early, which is why I'm going to bed right now. But I will be back definitely Saturday evening, and we will play Final Fantasy 14 because I did not put up a viewer's choice this week. And since we played Destiny on Monday, we'll do Final Fantasy 14. Aha! Perfect. Oh, also, if you really want to know, you got to get in on the Taqueria After Party. The Discord is the place where I post everything about the stream. Usually me and my brother-in-law making fun of each other. So it's good fun. It's good fun. I have a lot of fun areas on there. Lots of good people are in there. So love to have you in the Discord. Yep. Like I said, tomorrow morning, Zwift, no stream tomorrow. Saturday morning, I might do a Zwift stream. I got to go out for a run. I haven't run at all this week. So I'll do a run and then a bike. So, yep. And then Final Fantasy 14 on Saturday night. So, once again, that's it for me. Thank you so much, Satan and Operator, for being in chat.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to wish Isaiah Norris a good night with me?
Good night.
No, that's
Wherever you are.
No, this is not how this is supposed to work. Okay, for those of you that are new, I have a tradition on this stream, and I have to say goodnight to Isaiah Norris because he is the only person who has actually F-bombed one of my YouTube videos, which, by the way, if you want to see my awesome yo-yo videos, check out my YouTube right there. He's been the biggest jerk I've ever seen in my comment section. So in order to immortalize him, I say goodnight to him every single night. Just to let him know we're still thinking of him and how much of a jerk face he is. So, all right. So I got to say goodnight, Isaiah Norris, wherever you are.
Good night, Isaiah Norris, wherever you are.
Oh, gosh. You people. You just, no. I have my little shtick at the end of the stream, and I asked you if you wanted to participate, and you said yes.
I don't recall saying the word yes until just that second.
Dude, you are way too literal at times. All right. All right, we're out of here. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I'll see you all tomorrow morning. Good night. Good night.
Good night.